Your agent knows what you taught it. A function tool is how it goes and finds out something it couldn't possibly know live at the moment someone asks. Here's how to add one. A function tool is just an API call your agent can make on its own. You tell it the address, what information to send, and when to use it. Then the agent decides, mid-conversation, whether it needs it. You're not writing code, you're filling in a form. Every integration lives as a function or MCP tool can be used in any voice agent, chat agent, WhatsApp agent, or any other agents we build on Voiceify. Build once, use everywhere. Click to create a new function. We're building one that looks up live stats for a GitHub repository. How many stars it has, when it was last updated, what license it's under. Real numbers that change every day. Name it something plain. The description matters more than it looks. That's not a note for you. It's what the agent reads to decide whether this tool is the right one for the question in front of it. Write it like you're telling a new colleague when to reach for this. The endpoint is the address we're calling, and the method is gate because we're only reading. Notice the 2 bits in curly braces. Those get filled in by the agent at the moment it calls. One header, because GitHub likes being told which version of its API you want. No API key on this one. It's a public endpoint. This part tells the agent what it needs to work out before calling, and the names here have to match the placeholders in the address, owner and repo. The descriptions aren't decoration either. They're how the agent knows that next.js means ownerversal, repo next.js. Save, and there it is in your library. Creating a tool doesn't switch it on anywhere. Open the agent you want to give it to. Find function tools, tick it, and save. That's the step people miss. A tool sitting in your library and doing nothing is almost always a tool that was never attached. One more thing worth doing. Say so in the prompt as well. The description gets you most of the way, but a line in the instructions is what stops the agent answering from memory when it should be checking. Now ask it something it can only answer by going and looking. It works out that next.js means versal/next.js, calls the tool, and comes back with today's numbers, not something it half remembers from training. If you ever want to see exactly what happened, the trace shows every tool the agent called and how long each took. That's the first place to look when an answer isn't what you expected. You can see straight away whether it called the tool at all. One form, no code, and your agent can now pull live information into a conversation. Anything with a web address works the same way. A function tool is one API call you set up yourself. An MCP server is somebody else's toolbox. You point at it once, and every tool inside it becomes available to your agent automatically. You don't describe them. You don't define their inputs. The server tells us all of that when we connect. From the Functions and Tools page, choose Import MCP. We're connecting to a free public one that answers questions about open source projects. No account, no API key. Name and description are just for you. They're how this shows up in your own list later. Server type is about where the thing runs. Remote means someone else hosts it and you're connecting over a web address. That's what we're doing. Local means it runs on our servers. There's a hint next to the label if you're ever unsure. Paste the address. Then there's one setting people do get wrong, the protocol. The URL itself usually tells you addresses ending in /MCP are HTTP stream, addresses ending in /SSE are the older one. Get it wrong and you don't see an error. The connection just hangs, so it's worth a second look. Now test it. This is the part that makes MCP different. We're not just checking the address is reachable, we're asking the server what it can do. And it's just told us 3 tools with all their inputs already described. Save, and all 3 land in your library as separate tools. You can attach them together or pick just the one you want. Same as any other server. Open your agent, find function tools, tick the ones you want, save. Importing a server doesn't switch it on for anybody by itself. And notice they sit in the same list as everything else. Once they're imported, MCP tools aren't a separate category to manage. The server told us what each tool does, but it can't know what your agent is for. A few lines in the prompt is what turns 3 available tools into an agent that reaches for the right one. Now ask it something only that server can answer. It picks the right tool out of the 3, calls it, and answers from what came back, not from memory. Here's the part worth seeing. That question has 2 halves. One needs today's numbers, the other needs the documentation. The agent works out it needs both, calls a plain API tool and an MCP tool, and folds the 2 into one answer. You don't orchestrate that, you just make both available and describe what each is for. One address, and your agent picked up 3 new abilities it can use on its own. Any MCP server works the same way.